Wanderer here. So just got back from the Second Amendment rally, and I will have a full-length video I'm editing together that has all of the interviews, but I wanted to share this interview with you that I did with a former state representative of the state of Oregon. Check this out. This guy, I agree with everything he says. Sage Wanderer here, and I'm with one of the speakers from the rally today. And what was your name, sir?
I'm former state representative Jeff Kropf.
Jeff, awesome. So you served with our current governor.
I did. Right, 8 years.
Very interesting. So tell me what you think the importance of what we're facing right now as a threat against the Second Amendment. That where are we at in history, and specifically where are we at in the state of Oregon on this issue, and how dire is it that we do something to protect our rights?
Well, it's dire. Anytime there is any initiative that threatens to confiscate your property, whether it's a gun or anything else, without compensation, it's unconstitutional, according to our Constitution. This is the very basis and foundation of our rule of law as a nation. This is why the Magna Carta was written in England back in the 1600s, because private property meant nothing. The royals could come in and the rich people would take over. The Magna Carta was written, and that was the basis of the foundations of so much of the writings of people that formed our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence. So those principles are the bedrock of our nation and the rule of law. And they're under assault today because there are a group of people in this country who believe it's perfectly fine to confiscate your property, especially if it's your gun. So IP 43 and 44, to another extent, really threaten our inalienable rights of both self-defense, but also our private property rights, which are constitutionally guaranteed. So we've got to come together to find a way to fix that problem. And it's an individual thing. It's like I said in my comments to the rally here today. Each one of us know people that are persuadable. Not everybody we know is persuadable. There are some people who are simply just hold the view and nothing you can say is going to change that. But there's always a group of people in the middle that are persuadable. And those are the people that we need to make the persuasive arguments to about your individual liberty. And that includes your right to defend yourself with a firearm, which is guaranteed in our Constitution. And our founders knew how important that was, because it's the only reason we have a free America today and that we're not subject of the crown.
Amen.
Is because this small group of people had weapons equal to what the British troops had and were able to defend themselves successfully against that. And they, the Declaration of Independence, the signers gave up everything. So many of them, their life, liberty, all of their fortunes, they pledged all of that. And I think back to today, do we have that same resolve as Americans, that small group of us in this country who truly believe in these inalienable rights? And I think we do. I think that we just have to continue to try to persuade others, again, in our circle of influence, individually, not debating them, not fighting with and yelling and screaming, but make persuasive arguments that will move people to see our point of view and ultimately support protecting the Second Amendment, which is why we're here today.
Real quickly, the connection between the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. If they take our guns, will our freedom of speech be next?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, it's already under assault.
Yeah.
I mean, you look on college campuses today, there are things politically correct you cannot say. You look at politically incorrect speakers, in other words, conservatives like us,
right,
who believe in the Constitution. They go to so many college campuses, they're shouted down or they're literally not allowed to speak. Okay? So free speech is under assault today. And it's only guaranteed because of the Second Amendment. Again, in England right now, there are dramatic curbs on what is called hate speech. And this is what's so dangerous about this. I mean, the whole idea that, like Mark Zuckerberg said the other day in testimony before Congress about Facebook, is that they could have artificial intelligence that defines what is hate speech and automatically stop it on their platform. That's the beginning of the assault on free speech. And this is why the Second Amendment is so important, is because we have a right to defend ourselves against any form of tyranny, including against free speech. Now, we're not going to do that with guns necessarily, but we as people who believe that we have a right to carry a gun and to defend ourselves with a gun need to be the ones who are standing up for free speech at college campuses, at other places. We ought to be holding rallies like this on college campuses. It's great to be here at the State House, but we need to go into what the Bible says, into the enemy's camp, right?
Right.
Go right to them, go right after them.
Awesome. Well, we have a catchphrase that I end every segment with, and I get you to say it for us. We say, God save our republic.
God save our republic.
Awesome. Thank you.